Alright guys, welcome back to another exclusive outdoors video. On today's topic of video, we are going to be discussing the preseason to-do list, I guess you want to call it. I've talked to Paul about it, I've talked to some of my cousins through my family on it, and I'm just going to kind of give you their input, my input on what we do for a to-do checklist kind of thing for the preseason, for coming up for archery, muzzleloader, rifle, for whitetail deer here in Pennsylvania. So let's get into it. Tip number one on the list is spraying your clothes for ticks. I cannot stress this enough on how important it is to spray your hunting clothes for ticks. There's gonna be guys out there that are gonna say, this goes out of the way, you're set, deer are gonna smell you. If you guys go back and watch my video, I'll leave it up here in the corner. If you guys go back and watch it, it's not the greatest, but it does the job. We explain it piece by piece, what it does, how it works, and all that good nature. The deer don't smell you. I've used it, Paul's used it, we've been using it for 3 years. It doesn't leave an odor. The deer have never smelled us when wearing it, and it keeps the ticks off you completely. There's been times I've been out in the woods, and we've talked about this in previous videos. I've been covered in ticks without spraying, and he's been sprayed and there's no ticks on him. So, like I said, I can't stress enough how much you need to spray your clothes. It keeps the ticks off. You don't want no Lyme disease. Nobody wants that. So please spray your clothes. I'll leave a picture of what we use, and you guys can go online and look it up and purchase it for yourself. It's very cheap and it's very effective. So right here, floating picture will be all your good, this will be what you guys will be looking for when you go to purchase for it. Tip number 2 in the preseason list is checking your gear, as in checking trail cameras, making sure they still work, make sure there's no corrosion in the battery packs on it, checking your bows, checking your crossbows, checking your rifles, making sure nothing's rusted, clean your barrels out, check the strings, make sure all that is in proper working condition, check the limbs on your compound bows, make sure there's no cracks in them. You want to make sure all that stuff's working because that's one of your key tools when you're out hunting. So check that, check your packs, make sure there's no holes in your pockets of your pants or your jacket or even your backpack. Make sure all that works. Me and Paul, we kind of just dump our bags out really and just kind of go through and see what we've collected throughout the entire year and cleaning that out and making sure everything is there and ready to go. Tip number 3 would be scouting. Whether it be you out in the woods walking around like me and Paul do sometimes, and putting trail cameras up, we do that as well. My one cousin, they just drive around fields and kind of just check out the deer that's there, and they kind of know where to be. But for us, they hunt, I think, on family grounds, but we hunt on the state game lands, public lands, as you want to call it, and we're doing a lot of walking, surveying fields, surveying the terrain, checking trails, what trails are being ran heavier than other trails, why, maybe there's a food source, maybe there's a good water source, bedding material, bedding areas, whatever. Definitely want to be out there scouting, putting up the trail cameras, especially now with the new cellular trail cameras. You don't even have to go in the woods anymore to put them up or check them. You put them out and they send pictures to your phone. Me and my dad did that yesterday, and we're already getting pictures of does and stuff coming through, and we don't even have to go in there to check them. It gets sent right to our phone. So having trail cameras is definitely a benefit towards scouting and all that stuff. You could even be out in the fields with just a spotting glass and just glassing the edge of the wood lines and all that stuff for where deer are coming out. So maybe if you want to hunt fields come October, November, you know an idea where the deer are coming out of the fields. So, tip number 4, it's not really a big deal, but me and Paul kind of look into this. Gear. We look for a lot of sales on gear. If you go on King's Camo, that's where I'm getting all my new hunting clothes for this year. I'm finally updating my clothes. I'm getting all King's Camo. No, they're not sponsoring this video. They have no correlation with me. I just like to look at the product. I am using the Realtree Edge camo pattern from them, and it's just going to look great. We'll do a whole video on that stuff. But looking for sales. Like I said, King's Camo has tons of sales on all sorts of gear. Shirts, these are $5 shirts. I get hats from them all the time. So check out King's Camo for some hunting gear. Paul looks on Bass Pro Shop all the time. There's always sales going on. We're just trying to get the best price for some hunting gear, whether it be boots, gloves, backpacks, pants, socks, even binoculars, even ammo, arrows, releases, sometimes bows. But Paul does that more than I do. He's always looking for a good deal. He got his crossbow like 2 years ago. It was on sale, and now it's like twice the amount of what he has now. So always look for some good deals. That's kind of the preseason thing, you know. Stock up on some arrows, some bullets, new clothing, like I said, King's Camo, Bass Pro Shop. Another preseason tip is washing clothes. I've made a video of this before, so go check that out. I'll leave it up here once again. But what I use is detergent. I use no scent detergent. That seems to get the job done. Some other guys will throw them in the dirt, roll them in the dirt and hang up. I just throw it in the washing machine, pour some of that detergent in, washes the clothes up, doesn't make it smell like anything. Throw it in the dryer. You can throw scentless dryer sheets in there if that's a thing for you guys. Throw that in there, and what I do after that is I just throw it in my bin. I have a plastic tote I carry around, and I throw all my clothes in there, and come like late October, I'm throwing leaves and sticks in there, and it gives you that earthy tree smell. Or whatever you're hunting around, just throw it in that tote, and that makes an automatic natural scent, and the deer and all that won't recognize that, because that's just what they've been smelling all day long, every day, all day, every day. They smell sticks, leaves, you know, whatever, all that earthy nature stuff. You even go online and order scent wafers that smell like earth or pine, trees, and all that other stuff. You can do that. So washing your clothes, another preseason tip we do here in Pennsylvania. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to be talking about, you guys, in the preseason, I have talked about it in my previous videos, but the HuntStand app. Me and Paul have been using this HuntStand app for a little bit over a year now, and we have just been completely loving how it operates and how it functions. You can either have the free version, or you can pay the pro version, which is $30, I believe, but there's always sales going on HuntStand. They're always giving you 20% off on the app. So with the 20%, it's like $22, $23 for the whole year. And what's nice about having the Pro is that you are able to go offline, no cell service, and you can still use the app and do all the functions. But I'm kind of going through here and scrolling through and showing you guys. There's the property info, there's just regular satellite, hunting lands, public lands. We got topo maps. I was just using that yesterday, and I was using the contour maps. So having all that is great to use when you're out in the woods. This app even shows you the moon phases and the peak times when deer or any game are moving through the woods. It shows you the sunset, all that stuff that you guys want to be knowing. But one of the key features we've been using this last year was the hunt zone. And the hunt zone is telling you the direction of which the wind's blowing. So for you guys that are always worrying about the wind blowing down wind, the deer and all that stuff, you can use this hunt zone map, and you can position yourself where you know the deer are going to come out, and you're going to be downwind of them instead of them being downwind to you. So having that little advantage is big for anybody that's hunting. You can go on there and you can just mark where you harvest the deer, sightings of deer. You can mark where your trail cams are, all that stuff. So I don't have the Pro model yet. I was waiting for hunting season to come around to get it. Paul has it, but you get anything that doesn't say premium, that's all free. But if you get the premium, you can it tells you property info. So if you're worried about running up against someone else's property while hunting, you can check that on the app, and you can safe you're not trespassing on other people's property. So definitely go give HuntStand give them a look. But like I said, nothing in this video is sponsored by King's, Bass Pro, or even HuntStand. It's what we use, and that's what we swear by, I guess. So definitely go check out HuntStand. It's free to use. If you want to get the Pro model, it's $30, but I think there's a sale going on right now. If you sign up, you get 20% off. So go definitely check that out. Alright, so I think I kind of covered a little bit of everything that I wanted to talk about in today's video, as in preseason stuff, scouting gear, and all that stuff. I think I covered the bases of it. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, or tell me, or tell anybody that's watching the video, leave it down in the comment box. More information down below is better. If you guys have any other like to-do lists you guys do when you do preseason stuff for hunting whitetail, whether you own your own farm, you're making food plots and all that stuff, throw it down in the box below. I'd love to read them. It's something new for everybody, especially me and Paul are only hunting a lot of state game land, so we don't get that food plot field action like some other people get to do. But I appreciate you guys watching all my videos, Facebook, liking all my posts, commenting, subscribing. It means a lot to you. It means a lot to me and Paul. Seeing that people actually are interested in watching our stuff. So this channel's going on 3 years. I think the channel's been up for 3 years now, I want to say. So we're almost at 100 subscribers, so we got to get that 100 subscriber mark. That's pretty cool for me and Paul. But just to wrap it up, I will see you guys in the next video, and until next time, keep it exclusive.